Welcome to the Grandmother's Voice podcast. I'm your host, Tonya Smith, and this is a place for anyone connected to or inspired by grandmothers. We're diving deep into real life family issues, some that will touch your heart and maybe even bring tears to your eyes. Together, we'll share stories, uncover truth, and find healing along the way. So grab your favorite cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into today's episode of the Grandmother's Voice podcast. Welcome. So let's talk about the grandchildren that does not see their grandparents. So I remember growing up in Chicago as a child, and I would go outside and play with my friends. And some of my friends would have grandparents, and they would leave and they would go over to their grandparents' house, and they'll come back and, it look like they have new clothes and they have shoes, they have money, they have snacks. And I used to be like, man, I wish I had a grandmother. I wish I had a grandfather to go over to their house. But then I also started noticing that some of those same friends had cousins that didn't go over to grandmama and them house. And I used to be like, how come they don't go over there and get what they're getting? And see, I was a child, so I didn't really know, why that was so. But then I would listen, to my friends and to their cousins, and I would hear them say sometimes, you see, grandmama don't like us. Grandmama like you more than she like me. And they used to be at odds and they used to be arguing. But I was a kid, I didn't know no better. So fast forward. Here I am. I am a grandmother now. I'm a grandmother of 11 children. One of my grandchildren I hadn't seen or spoke to in almost 2 years. But we'll talk about that somewhere down the line. And then I have 10 more grandchildren. I have 6 that lives here with me. And I have another 4 that lives in another part of Georgia. I didn't move away from them. Their mother moved them and her away from me. So here it is. I have 6 grandchildren that live with me. They get most of the love. I love all my grandchildren the same. But I used to worry, I wonder, do they think that I don't love them like I love the ones that live with me? Or sometimes I wonder, do their mother tell them lies in regards to me? Because I've heard parents do that. Do you know, because parents are mad at their mom and their dad, they'll tell their children some bad things about them and other family members to keep them away from them. So what I try to do is when I go shopping for my grandchildren that's here, I also go for the children that's there. I don't have to, I do it because I want to. But I'm saying all this to say to these mothers who have children, you don't know what you're doing when you're keeping your children away from their grandparents. Not only are they missing blessings, but they're missing the love. Don't do that to your children just because you're mad at your mom and your dad for whatever reason. Now, I can see if your parents, if they were abusive to you and they're abusing your children, if they're addicted to something, it's not healthy for your children. But if your mom and your dad has a healthy household and they're going to love your kids, don't keep them from their grandparents. Because I want to tell you this today, you are hurting your children more than you're hurting the grandparents. Because I'm at a point now where I understand they're not my children. So I can't tell you what to do with them, but when they're with me, I know that I can do what I need to do. I want to love them. I want to give them, and I know most grandparents do. So my message to you is stop keeping your children away from your parents because you're mad. Set your pride aside and don't let your children miss out on the love, the extra love that they need to help them grow. Sometimes you do need some help. Accept the help when they want to give it to you. Sometimes they probably can't do what you want them to do. Or sometimes they can't be there when you want them to be there. But when the grandparents have love and have an open arm for your children, if you can, don't be spiteful and keep them away. Because remember, it takes a village. And 9 times out of 10, whether we know it or not, the grandparents would be better grandparents to your children than they were parents to you. You see, I can say that because my oldest children and my youngest ones, I kind of grew up with them. So I had to learn as I go. With the grandchildren, I've been there and already done it. So parents, stop being selfish. Stop depriving your children of the love that they need from grandparents. I know things get hard sometimes. I know you may have an issue with your mom or with your dad, but don't take that out on your children. Don't deprive them of the love that you know that they can have and get. This has been a message from the Grandmother's Voice podcast. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Grandmother's Voice podcast. I hope today's conversation inspired you, uplifted your spirit, and reminded you that healing and purpose are within reach. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us grow this community of love and connection. And if something resonated with you today, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment or connect with me on social media. Until next time, I want you to remember this. You are loved, you are valued, and your voice matters. Keep shining, keep healing, and I'll see you back here soon on the Grandmother's Voice podcast.